Hey guys, Thor here, and today we're going to be going over different types of helmets you can wear for Airsoft. Now, I will be the first to admit I am not a helmet guy. The role I play on my Airsoft team, I don't wear a helmet. I wear my ball cap, and just because it's extra gear that I don't feel I need to carry with me or want to have impeding me when I'm shooting or moving around. But to cover my knowledge base is my friend from Crow Airsoft and one of my teammates, Savior. And he is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to helmets. He knows all the different styles that we have in stock and the differences between them. So that's what we're going to do today. He's going to help us cover the different types you can have and what you can do with them and what their purposes are. So in front of us we have 4 different styles that we carry here at AirSplat. Plus he was good enough to bring in his own setup. So we'll go over each one of them, tell you what you can do with them, and then go from there and just explain each one as we go along. All right?
All right, cool.
All right, so what is the earliest version of a helmet that we have here?
Well, the earliest version that we have, I would say, is the PASGT, which I believe is this one right here. And it has this protruding lip right here that kind of, was supposed to protect from sun and also to reflect from fragmentation. That showed that it wasn't all that useful, so that's why they ended up coming out with the MICH 2000. Now, if you look, they are very similar, only that the protrusion has been eliminated in the MICH 2000. The PASGT, the one that we have here, it's in this really nice flat black. I like it a lot, and it's very lightweight. I mean, it looks like it's pretty sturdy, but it is lightweight and relatively inexpensive. And then, like I mentioned, this MICH 2000 here. This one, it's typical, it's still used today. It's used by a lot of our military guys overseas still, even though they're starting to go towards those fast helmets and stuff like that. However, this is still one of the most common helmets that you'll see on the battlefield today. Again, it's a very light, sturdy helmet, and it's, like I said, it's still used today.
All right, so now moving forward in time, what would have been next in line?
Then we kind of started going over the IBH helmet,
okay.
Which would be this one here. If you notice, it has this little indent right here for the temple guard. If you see, it's right there. That's to symbolize that it's the IBH helmet, and that was kind of just a temple guard that they used with the nice night vision mount already on there. It's a nice helmet to definitely roll around with. Not seen all too much. Every once in a while you'll see it on some SEALs or something like that. But it's starting to get phased out.
Right.
It's kind of a bulky, heavy helmet. I mean, for Airsoft, definitely something great to have, and it does work for impressions. Especially the tier 2, tier 1 impressions, stuff like that. Again, very lightweight helmet as opposed to the real steel one, and relatively inexpensive.
Because I used to when I used to wear a helmet when I'd play, I actually wore my ACH, and that thing got heavy real fast.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's one of the reasons I don't wear a helmet now.
Yeah, they've definitely stepped up their game and made these helmets a lot lighter, a lot less cumbersome for you to use.
All right.
And then as we started getting into the modern era, around the mid to late 2000s, we came out with this helmet. It's originally done by OpsCore, and this is a very nice replica of it by Emerson. This is called the Fast Ballistic helmet.
Okay.
Very sleek design, very low profile, very lightweight. The real one still offers the ballistic protection just like the other ones do, but with that kind of bicycle style helmet. It's very low profile. To your head, where you're not giving off a huge target. Exactly.
Okay.
It's a lot more streamlined, a lot more things you can do with it. It's got the Velcro already mounted on it. It's got the night vision mount there. It's got the arc rails on the side. That way you can mount lights, whatever you'd like to mount on there. You got the nice Velcro spot on the back. You
got your headsets and everything. You can
yeah, exactly. It's got the really low profile cups so you can put your headsets in for those bulkier, those Peltors and the Comtacs, stuff like that. So definitely something that is a lot more seen today.
Now the quick adjust in the back, that comes in very handy when you want to take it off, put it on, and not have to readjust everything really fast, correct?
Exactly.
It tightens down to your skull pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you rotate it and it tightens down to your skull from the back and actually a little bit on the side, so that way it creates a nice sturdy platform for your head.
Because if you notice, the helmet doesn't go down all the way in the back, so you don't get that kind of protection from the, or not protection, but you don't get that hold from the pad that normally would be placed there, say in the back of one of these where the the back comes down a little bit more. In the case of my ACH, where I had a big helmet pad back there.
Yeah, the
so
old
that
H
actually
names.
kind of hooks underneath the base of the skull and holds it in place really well.
Exactly. Yeah, those old H-napes have been phased out, and they're now using these OCC dials, is what they're called.
Okay.
It's a really nice cinch design that they created.
Now you have yours here pretty much all set up. Similar to that, what's the biggest difference?
Well, the biggest difference with this one in real life doesn't provide a lot of ballistic protection. It's more of just like a falls or basic shrapnel kind of protection. You know, it's still nice and sturdy, but because it has the holes in there, it's actually eliminating the ballistic protection rating. You know, it's still got the Velcro, so I can have all my gadgets and everything on there. You know, it's still got the arc rails. It even has the quick detach loops for when you clip in your goggles and stuff like that. And you got the infrared strobe on the back, but basically the only difference is that this one has the holes in it. And this one's called the fast carbon helmet.
Okay.
This one is the fast ballistic helmet. And then there's even a third one called the fast base jump helmet, where the only difference between this one and that one is that it has the solid base for the night vision that's actually mounted into the helmet.
All right, so the biggest thing between the older styles and what people are going to nowadays is, one, the design of the actual helmet, but then you have the arc rails on the side. So for someone who is possibly already purchased one of these styles, can they have arc rails on those helmets?
Of course they can. All of these helmets, they're designed, or actually the arc rails are designed so that way they can integrate into the other helmets. Some pre-drilling might be necessary, but you can definitely trick out your old school helmets for the modern battlefield.
So you don't have to go out and buy a whole new helmet if you don't want to. Say you've been rolling with one for a while and you enjoy the way it feels, maybe you've broken it in, but you do want to add that new flair to it or be able to attach more stuff to it.
Exactly, yeah. It's a very easy attachment, just some simple screws to drill in, and you can have all the attachments that you do, throw some Velcro on it, look like a modern day battle helmet.
All right, so really, you know, there's a lot of pros to different styles depending on if you're doing milsim and you want to replicate specific military groups. Definitely want to look into which styles those groups are wearing. I know a lot of the just regular line units are still wearing pretty much like MICH 2000, stuff like that.
Exactly.
You got a lot of the special ops groups that are going more towards the fast helmets just because, you know, they're more elite and they get more funding, so they get the more expensive toys.
Exactly.
So really you want to look into who you're trying to replicate and what look you're going for. Again, all these, and you painted yours yourself, right?
Oh yeah, I painted mine myself.
This one comes like that. That's the actual color base with the snake skin. You painted yours. All these are going to be able to be painted. You can customize them like that, however you want. I know I painted even my own. It turned out actually pretty good, but so you can customize these to whatever look you want. You can even throw helmet covers on them if you, again, going for like just a regular line look, like say the Army or Marines. You can get those helmet covers that'll fit these. And then again, you just want to make sure you are looking for the group that you want to look like the most, who you're trying to replicate. If you're just doing like CQB battles, indoor arenas, stuff like that, it's just really whatever comes down. What it comes down to is whatever's comfortable for you, whatever you enjoy the most, whatever you think is going to give you the best protection and comfort. You know, because that's with me. Is that the biggest thing with me is comfort. If I don't even know it's there, then that's good. That's what I'm looking for. And it looks like something like this would probably definitely give me that feel.
Yeah, well, you know, modern day, a lot of guys are starting to do these tier 1, tier 2 impressions.
Right.
They want to do the SEALs, they want to do the Rangers, MARSOC, Marine Force Recon, you know, all those kinds of high-speed setups. So that's, you know, kind of what I'm going for. Kind of the SEAL.
Well, our team replicates the Army Special Forces, so a lot of those guys are going after that. Like we've switched over, transitioned to a lot of guys are now running with 416s because a lot of special forces, even the new Force Recon are getting issued the 416s. Well, not new, but reinstated Force Recon. So yeah, again, depending on the look you're going for, if you're doing milsim, definitely want to check out each one and see what the group you're going after wears. Again, if you're just doing everyday airsoft or you just want you know, head protection, whatever comes down to whatever you want and makes you feel comfortable wearing. Again, these will give you some protection, bumping your head and stuff like that, They're not really rated for like don't jump off like a first story building head first. I wouldn't even recommend that with any helmet, but you know, if you're going through a low doorway or whatever, these will protect you, and of course from BBs as well. So make sure you go on airsplat.com, check out each of these helmets, see which one works best for you, and go ahead and order up. And I want to thank Xavier for coming out here and working with us and showing me the ropes when it comes to helmets, because I've learned something new along with you guys today. So thank you again, sir. Welcome back anytime.
Thank you, sir.
All right. All right, guys, make sure you check out these helmets on airsplat.com. I'm Thor with Xavier, and we will see you next time.